Hi, this is Alma Katsu. I'm the author of The Deep. It just came out on March 10th. A few days before I was about to go on tour, I asked my publishers, is there any, should we be thinking about the coronavirus? And they said, no, we haven't heard from bookstores, so go ahead out on tour. Well, I got two events into what was a very short tour, it was only 6 stops, when they made the corporate decision to recall everybody back, and so here I am. Let me tell you a little bit about the book, and then I'm going to beg you for your help. So The Deep is a reimagining of the story of the sinking of the Titanic, paired with the sinking of its sister ship, the Britannic, which you may not have heard of. The idea came from a documentary I watched where not only did I learn about the existence of the Britannic, but I also heard about a woman who would actually survive both sinkings. And without even knowing what that woman's story was, I said, wow, there's got to be a story there. You may know me from my previous book, The Hunger, which was a reimagining of the story of the Donner Party with a little bit of a horror twist. And that was a little bit of a breakout book for me. We got the film rights option by Ridley Scott, and the book made a lot of best books of the year lists. And so our hopes were really, really high for The Deep, considering how many more people, are really into the Titanic than the Donner Party. So this has been a little bit of a blow. I have to say, like I said, fifth book, I've been doing this for 9 years, and this has been the most difficult environment for a launch that I've ever experienced. My career overlapped when ebooks were first starting out, so it's been, a bit of an experience with every book, but this one seems to be particularly challenging. So, as I said, I could really use your help here, and I'll tell you what I'll do. There's a couple workshops that I teach. One has to do with conflict, how to up the ante and create more drama and tension in your stories. I've been teaching that for about 9 years now. I've taught it maybe 24 times. I get really good feedback from it because I give you actual techniques for how to analyze your work, how to analyze the work of other authors, see how they do it, and give you some concrete steps for making your writing more dramatic, introducing more tension and suspense. And the second workshop that I teach has to do with researching particularly complex historical events. So some of you guys may know this already, but my day job for 35 years was I was an analyst for the intelligence community. I was a senior analyst. And what that really is I was a researcher, not a historian, there's a difference, but I was a researcher. And 35 years of that, including not only with the intelligence community, but with the RAND Corporation, I think I'm a pretty effective researcher. I've run very big research projects. And so after I did The Hunger, I got a lot of questions about how did you do the research for that book? And so I decided, so many at every stop, emails, just it was very apparent to me that there's a lot of writers who maybe hadn't written a research paper since they got out of college or high school and were a little daunted by the prospects. So I decided to do a workshop where I distilled some of the best practices that we do in the research community and apply them to writing fiction. And I think that you'd be surprised. It's not what I've seen other people talk about when they talk about doing research. So maybe we could do a little quid pro quo, and in exchange for helping me get the word out on this, I could maybe teach those workshops on Zoom or something like that for the Writer Unbox community. Let me know if you'd find that interesting. You can leave a comment below the video or drop an email to Teresa or to myself. I am gonna, oh, it's backwards. That's not very helpful. Can you guys see this? Maybe that's not very helpful. You can write to me at my name, which is Alma Katsu, the word books, the number 2 at gmail.com. So again, that's almakatsubooks2 at gmail.com. Or visit my website, which is almakatsubooks.com. There's also my email addresses up there if you want. But I would really appreciate any help you could give me on getting the word out. Again, it's a historical with a horror twist. It's very much a character-driven book. If you look at the reviews, I think so far most people have been really enjoying it. Again, thank you so much for your help, and I look forward to interacting with you on Writer Unboxed.